Another DC Extended Universe movie. Let's roll with it! Hey guys, this is OZD Movie Reviews. My name is Oliver and welcome to another movie review. And today's movie review is going to be Aquaman, which is a new film from DC Extended Universe, and it's directed by James Wan, who directed the Conjuring movies and Furious 7, and stars Jason Momoa, Amanda Heard, Willem Dafoe, Patrick Wilson, and Nicole Kidman. And this movie is about Arthur Curry / Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa, who comes from two different pathways in a town and also the land of Atlantis. And speaking of Atlantis, he was about to be heir to the throne in Atlantis until he doesn't really want to do that. But then he has no choice to do that because Patrick Wilson is planning to rule Atlantis, so he has to go out there with Mara, played by Amanda Heard, to stop him from doing that. Now, I really think the DC Extended Universe have been very mixed. Mostly not that great. Man of Steel was solid. Then it goes to Batman v Superman, which is definitely one of the most disappointing movies ever freaking made. It wasn't a bad film. It wasn't terrible. But it was a film that really did let us down. And then Suicide Squad, even though I still enjoyed it, it's still not a good film. And then we got Justice League. Yeah. Gosh. But then DC Extended Universe improves with Wonder Woman that came out last year. And it definitely is one of the better DC films that had came out. So I was very worried about Aquaman, but I was also very excited for Aquaman because James Wan is directing it, and I love James Wan. He's a very stylish director, and he can do any genre good. He did an action movie called Furious 7, and that was a pretty good movie. Probably my favorite Fast and Furious movie. And also, the Conjuring movies, the Insidious movies, the Saw movies, he did so well directing horror films. So I'm very interested to see him in a take in the DC Extended Universe, and I was very excited for Aquaman. And yes, Aquaman, I had a blast with this movie. Now let's talk about the positives with this movie. First, the thing that improves a lot from the DC Extended Universe is Jason Momoa as Aquaman in this movie. Now, I never liked him in Justice League, I'm going to be honest. He was pretty cool in Justice League, but just his charisma, I don't see him. But then in this movie, he definitely improves, and he was great in this film. He is Aquaman, and he did such a great job in the film. And what I like about his performance is that he's not just about it. He's very fun, and he's hilarious, and he's also really damn cool in this entire film. And also, he has a bit of heart in this film as well that I did not expect, and it's really cool to see him in this film. Actually, most of the cast did a really good job. Amanda Heard as Princess Mara, she was kick-ass in this film. I thought she was going to be the normal damsel in distress that just goes with Aquaman on this adventure. No, she has more than that. And she's just really badass in this film. She's funny, but she's also very likable in this film, which I really do like. Also, Patrick Wilson in this film was great in this film. I really think he's a really good character in this film. Like, you feel like the reason why he's like a bit of a dick and all that stuff, you do find the reason why he is that, and he is really great in this film. And also, James Wan has been with him with the Conjuring film, so it's kind of cool to see him in a comic book movie. This is actually his second comic book movie after Watchmen, so that was pretty interesting. Also, Willem Dafoe was freaking great in this movie. I haven't seen him in a movie in so long, and he did such a great comeback in this film. The look at Atlantis and the cinematography of this movie looks amazing. The visual effects are stunning. Even like the fight scenes, the action scenes, especially underwater, they look amazing. And this movie is kind of like combining genres together. Like, this film kind of feels like an Indiana Jones movie in a good way. There's a scene where they're looking at this temple, and it feels like I'm watching Indiana Jones, and it's kind of like a good thing. It's kind of matching different genres once together. It's a rom-com, action movie, adventure film, comedy. Like, it does combine genres, and it does match together in this one really fun film. But Aquaman does have a couple problems, and I think one of the problems, I think the biggest ever, the first act and second act was spot on. The third act, even though I did enjoy the third act of this movie, they did rush it a little bit, you know, like leading to that. Like, it makes like the action scene a little bit rushed as well. Like, the thing that's leading up to the final act, it just felt rushed. Like, there's something happening, you want to know what's going on, but then it just happened, and like, okay. They kind of rushed that a little bit. Also, Black Manta, one of the villains in this movie, that was a lot in the trailer. The leading up to this villain was really good. But then when he's actually in the costume, just let down. He just feel like he doesn't need to be in this movie, or at least just be in the sequel. But overall, guys, I had a blast with Aquaman. It's a really fun DC movie. It makes that DC Extended Universe should just focus more on solo DC movies. Maybe not make Zack Snyder direct DC Extended Universe anymore. I think he should just stick with the other movies. But overall, I did enjoy this movie, and I'm going to give it an A-. So guys, let me know down below if you have seen Aquaman, do you like the movie or hate the movie? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, and Instagram. Keep contacting me, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and have a nice day.